we are going to finish this season today. Welcome back, everybody, to this Vikings franchise. So I simmed week 16 as the poll on last episode said that we should sim one of these final two games to get to the end of the season faster. So we ended up losing 47-17 here to the Falcons. They put up way too many points, more than necessary. 3 touchdowns from Matt Ryan, another from Devontae Freeman, and Julio Jones goes for a $141 plus 1. So we have the Eagles here in the season finale. Carson Wentz must be just tearing it up. Why don't we find out and go finish this season? So I want to see what this Eagles team is all about. Why is this team so good? And Darren Sproles is starting, it looks like. So Wentz, play fake on the first play for Philadelphia. End zone touchdown! Oh, okay, this team is actually pretty good maybe. So I just wanted to sim the defense on that. Teddy threw a pick on the first possession, so things didn't start out very well for us. But we're basically playing for draft position at this point anyway. Not playing for the playoffs. I'm not one for tanking, but all I'm going to say is that our misfortune isn't actually misfortune, as long as we're not attempting to lose here. I, for one, think tanking in football is about the dumbest thing I could think of when it comes to sports. Nice pass on the outside to Laquan Treadwell. Unless you're the Colts going for Andrew Luck, I am not for tanking under any situation, mainly because you have a team of 53. Most of those players will be on your team next season regardless. New regime, new whatever. Most of those players are going to be on your team. And if you're losing, it's because your players are not doing their jobs. So despite me being against tanking, of course, I do want a pretty good pick in the draft, although I'm not exactly sure we need one high to address our potential needs. There is Jarius Wright, we're going for it. What do we have to lose at this point? One more game? Oh, Adrian's in here now. And uh-oh. I meant to give that to Adrian. What is going on here? Man, Carson Wentz really is not messing around. 22 to Kenny Stills. What's next? They get down toward the red zone, get in it, and Sproles rushing them down the field, then a Jordan Matthews touchdown again. So once this game is over, we are going to go look at our draft board as the next episode is going to be the off-season, and then we'll get on to Season 3. But basically right now, I'm thinking about the quarterback spot because I know that keeping Teddy would be expensive, whereas there are good rookies in this class, which would be very cheap. I'd also like to get another playmaker on offense. I think our receiving core could use one. But beyond those two things, I'm not exactly sure what I want to prioritize as Adrian Peterson drops a pass. And this could be Adrian's last game in Minnesota right here. I'm not sure this team is done. Philadelphia, now in the second quarter, continuing to drive 23 yards for Wentz. This defense, we've suffered injuries, and we're no longer the same defense we were before. So if this is indeed Adrian's last game, we better get him some carries. Float this back outside. Gabriel Fair has hands, and he makes the catch for a gain of 9. Here we go, Adrian. You get the call on third down. And I don't think he got it. Well, I thought we were about to get a stop, and then Jordan Matthews strikes again. Eagles driving. Eagles to the red zone. Sacked, though, by Sharif Floyd. So it is 20-0 here in Minnesota. Not exactly putting on a show here in front of the home fans in the season finale. Uh-oh. What's going on here? We just lost the football. Okay, check this out. Things are going so poorly for us, we're just giving them the football. No, Jarius Wright kicks it to an Eagle. That's right. Who delivers this hit? Malcolm Jenkins. And Jarius says, Brandon Graham, here you go. I don't want it. This season is a lost cause. Okay, I have to see what this team is all about. Philadelphia 20, Minnesota nothing, and Wentz. No, oh, come on, no, you can't juke out linebackers, Wentz. You just can't do that. I guess Wentz is doing whatever he feels like, as the Eagles are prepared to add more points. Wentz, down the middle, no, Green Beckham! I was diving down to take care of those underneath routes, and Wentz just sails that over Josh Tolbert's head. Check this throw out by Wentz. Tolbert nearly gets a hand on it. But the Eagles instead are close to tacking on another touchdown. It just takes one turnover, one misplaced pass here by Wentz. And Wentz is going to go to the end zone. Touchdown. Green Beckham takes it away from Mackenzie Alexander. It's 27-0. Come on, guys. You know what? We're really going to pick up the pace in here because it's 30-0 and we're not doing anything right. So let's get some points on this drive here, Teddy. That's a start, gain of 2. Third down, Minnesota, and Rudolph cannot bring in this one. I didn't expect him to, given the way this game is going. This is just going to be one of those shorter episodes, as Bridgewater finds Rudolph on this one, but we'll spend some extra time on looking at this draft class and making this team better for next year. Let's just get a couple plays here to finish strong. Oh my, Teddy, what is that? Give me one good reason why Wildcat is not a good option in this spot. As Adrian Peterson, one more time, Adrian! Touchdown, Vikings! Maybe we just ran the wrong offense all season. This is what we had to do. We're gonna finish this season here in the Wildcat. After a delay of game, of course. Let's try this again. The jet sweep here. Adrian Peterson this time. Not going so well. Here comes Peterson again. He gets the handoff. Truck stick, and Peterson gets down to the 40. And now put it up for Treadwell. It's taken away. The Eagles get the pick. Jalen Mills with his second. And that will bring an end to this season. So this second year certainly did not go as well as the first did, as we lose here 42-10 to the Philadelphia Eagles and end up going 5-11 on the season. Now we're going to do at least one more year in this franchise, and we're going to go take a look here in a minute at the players in this upcoming draft class. By the way, Wentz had 3 touchdowns, Teddy had 3 picks. Darren Sproles nearly ran for over 200 yards in this game. He had 38 carries. So in the Super Bowl, it's going to be the Patriots and the Seahawks in Super Bowl 52. The Super Bowl, of course, in Minneapolis that we had no chance of being a part of. So let's see how exactly these teams got there. Let's go to the playoff schedule. By the way, we finished 3rd place in the NFC North. But in Wild Card Weekend, we had the Titans lose to the Texans, the Falcons over the Lions, Kansas City 49-28 over Jacksonville, and Green Bay gets eliminated by the Philadelphia Eagles. However, the Eagles eventually would be defeated here by Washington. Then Pittsburgh loses to Houston, New England over Kansas City, and Seattle big over Atlanta. Championship game, Seattle wins by 3, New England wins by 6, so here we go, Seahawks, Patriots, Part 2. So I mentioned the possibility of us selecting a quarterback early in this draft, and there are plenty of options. There is Jimmy Scott here at the very top, who should be a very good quarterback. Now I will scout Spencer Halou Jr. still, but my favorite quarterback so far, I'd have to say, is Casey Emerson, who's only a 2nd round prospect, yet has an A- throw accuracy short and a B throw accuracy medium, or middle. So, Emerson is definitely going to be a player that I target. He has mid-first round talent and should be pretty easy to get, so potentially trade down, still get him, and have that extra draft capital to attack some other needs, like perhaps another playmaker at receiver. Gabe Gillislee is like the only one that really stands out to me right now. So many players here are underwhelming, and I'll have to wait until the combine numbers are out to take a look at who might otherwise be intriguing. At running back, I like Gabriel Fair. I did scout some of these other players, and there are a couple good ones, but I don't anticipate addressing this very early in the draft, or maybe even at all. I would also maybe like to get another tight end on the roster, a vertical threat perhaps. It's a good tight end class with 5 projected to go in the first round, and just seeing 5 go in the first round would be surprising to me, so I feel like in the second, someone's going to be there. And these are all basically receiving tight ends. They have good hands, they have good size, and we'll try to find who the best athletes are. If we want to address the offensive line, there might be a couple options, but they're not all that enticing. There's no dominant pass blocker in this draft class. Plenty of run blockers, a good center here, Ronald Lott, but I think our first picks might be going elsewhere and not to the offensive line. On defense, again, I'm really underwhelmed overall by this draft class. There are a few good players, but I'm going to need to see the combine numbers and find some athletes to then scout and see if we can find some gems in the 3rd and 4th round. Otherwise, I might just be using those picks to trade up if nothing really stands out to me. I would like to get a cornerback, but I'm not sure if we can really sit back and wait if that's something we want. I like Joey Wooden here. A- press is quite good. B in man coverage, and he's a run support corner, so probably pretty good at tackling. Then you have Lenaric Siegler here, also a good cover corner, not as good in press coverage, but an early 1st round talent. And the safeties here, nothing really stands out, but we have safeties that I like. Actually, no, Tamani Baptiste is pretty good, but I'm pretty happy with Lincoln Cash. He was a great steal for us last year. So that's a look at the draft class. And then we have the offseason up next. I know this was a shorter episode, but the game wasn't going well. Didn't want to drag on with it. Just want to get on to the new season and try to have some fun here in year 3. So thank you all for watching. Up next is the offseason. What do you want to see this team do as we try to come back from a 5-11 year that did not go very well for us? We have a lot of work to do next year. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Have a great day.